Hello everyone and welcome to yet another recreational programming session with Mr. Zozin. So on the previous session we were developing a very simple Gemini client. For those who don't know, Gemini is sort of like basically a simple web protocol which is supposed to be sort of like an alternative to HTTP and stuff like that. For more information I would like to maybe redirect you to geminiprotocol.net. It's available over HTTP. Right, and it's also available over Gemini protocol as well. So it doesn't really want to open, probably because I have to use HTTP. Well, I mean, it redirected me to HTTPS. Right, it's super simple. The entirety of the client for this specific protocol in Jai took us 158 lines of code. Right, so it's super simple. It uses OpenSSL because encryption is part of the specification of the protocol, and we can even test it out. Right, so we can just like open this link, right? So we can open this link with our browser, which is called Voronoi, right? You can find the source code to this browser in the description as usual, and it redirects us to the link with a slash, with an extra slash, and there you go. We actually retrieved like a markdown-like document. It's not really markdown, it's their own markup language, right? So, but it looks like markdown. And links in this, markup language is actually like these arrows, right? So now we can even navigate with our simple client, right? It's so rudimentary. The only thing it does is just like makes a query and prints the response, and you can already navigate and stuff like that, right? So, but I didn't want to stop like at that. I want you to make a GUI application. I want you to make a GUI browser for the Gemini protocol, right? And this is exactly what we're going to be doing today. I want to, using Java programming language, create a window, right? Create an actual window in a cross-platform manner. So hopefully it's going to work on Linux, Windows, and macOS, all major platforms. Then make a Gemini query, and then take the text that we received from the server and put it on the screen, in a GUI screen, right? And enable some different things like scrolling and stuff like that, and maybe potentially clicking on the links. We'll see how it goes. Right, so because parsing and identifying the links is super simple. It's literally the line starts with an arrow, this is a link. So then you can actually parse it, extract it, and when you detect a click, you can make another Gemini query and so on and so forth. Right, so once we have a GUI window, we can, make some UI, UX changes, improvements and stuff like that, but that's going to be already separate sessions potentially. So the goal for today is to create a window, make a Gemini query, get the text, put the text on the screen. It's going to be ugly, but we have to start with something, right? So babies are also ugly at the beginning, and then they grow up to ugly adults. So anyway, let's fucking go. Let's fucking create a window in here. So what's funny is that Jai literally has a module called create window, believe it or not, window creation. Right, so it has a module called window creation, and it has a couple of examples and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you can even like compile this example, I suppose. Let's actually give it a try. I'm gonna do Jai Linux window creation. There we go, and it actually created an executable. It just worked, by the way. It just worked, and as you can see, it created a window. It doesn't really draw anything on that window, which is kind of surprising. I expected to see at least something, but it created the window nonetheless. And the way you create a window, you call a function create window, and you get a window. Then you can organize an event loop, you can poll the events, and you can handle different events and stuff like that. Right, and this code, as far as I know, is supposed to be cross-platform again, so you will be able to compile it to Windows, Linux, macOS, or anything, so you can create windows in a cross-platform manner, and it's part of the standard library, which is kind of interesting, right? So because what usually the standard libraries of the languages contain, they contain dynamic arrays, mathematics, some stuff to bring to the console or whatever, but we had GUIs for literal decades, for half of a century, and not a single fucking language has create a fucking window, a thing that you want to have in 90% of the cases, in their standard library, which is kind of bizarre, isn't it? Which is kind of bizarre, right? So it's just like, we had that for half of a century, yet not a single language just has create a window. I want a fucking window, a GUI window. Bizarre, isn't it? Absolutely fucking bizarre. Delphi wins because of this. Yeah, Delphi was actually super fucking cool back in the days, right? So I don't know why nobody created a similar thing. So what's the modern way of creating GUI applications? Fucking Electron? Really? Like packaging an entire browser with your GUI app? Jesus fucking Christ. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Anyways, let's fucking go and create a window. How about that? I'm gonna go to setting Voronoi. Voronoi.jai. So, and what we're gonna be doing in here, my comrades? Okay, so here we just take a URL and stuff like that, and we are doing OpenSSL, at which point we're creating window. I think it makes sense to maybe create a window after we initialize OpenSSL or before, or maybe it doesn't even fucking matter, right? I think it doesn't even fucking matter. So I'm going to just go ahead and import a bunch of modules that we need in here, right? Specifically window creation and input, right? So because we want to be able to handle input, right? And let's just go ahead and create the window. I really like the name of the variable has the. It's not just a window, it's the window, motherfuckers. It's the one and only window. Alright, so here we have that, and we got the URL, and we're creating a window. And I suppose the title is going to be Voronoi. So the things we need to have in here is window width and window height. So for now, I think I'm going to just use like a 16:9 ratio for the window, but it's not going to be super big, right? So it's going to be something like that. So we created the window. Then we initialize OpenSSL, I suppose, right? So we initialize an OpenSSL, and then we are you know, organizing event loop. So I don't even know. It feels like I will need to make queries in sort of like a separate thread or something like that. Or we could maybe employ a little bit of asynchronicity. So I prefer naming it the first window to leave the possibility for a sec. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. By the way, Sushi, why are you not VIP? I think you should be VIP. There you go. You are VIP now. I prefer more aristocratic approach, the window the first. Well, I mean, in that case, you have to kind of call it, you know, window the first. So then you can create window the second, right? So, so it's better to use Roman numerals for this kind of stuff, for this kind of naming. Okay. So we created a window, and we need to organize the event loop. So this is going to be quit, false, and while not quit, we are updating window events. I suppose what we're doing in here, we're just like sort of exhausting the event pipe, and then we can iterate through the events that we got within a single frame, right? Because we're kind of handling frames in here. So for events in this frame, if we received, for example, quit, we're supposed to quit, and so on and so forth, right? So that's kind of an idea in here. Or we can also handle like different keyboard events and whatnot. So for now, I'm going to be handling only the quit event. I think that's fair, right? And that just creates a window. So what I'm thinking is that it probably makes sense to initialize OpenSSL and make a query before creating a window, and then create a window and put the text that we got from the response to the window. Right. So, but obviously this operation is blocking, so we're not going to see a window until we get a response, and only then we'll get a window. So we'll need to somehow overlap this entire thing. Right. So I want to make queries in the background, and while we're making query in the background, we want to have a window running and maybe showing some sort of a loading animation and stuff like that. But we only started, right? So the entire code doesn't even have 200 lines in here. So we're only just like experimenting with things. Okay, so let's go ahead and just like compile Voronoi Jai. So what do we have in here? So the window is not defined. So let's actually define it. And there we go. This entire thing compiled. If I do Voronoi, right, so we have to specify URL. So let's go ahead and specify the URL like this. So as you can see, okay, that's pretty cool. It, you know, created a connection to the website, then it received a response this, and then it created a window, and now it stays with this specific window. Would coroutines work for that? I think they will. I think they might work for that, but I'm not sure how they work with OpenSSL, so I'm not gonna risk it. So my idea is going to be probably doing that through threads, at least for now, right? Because I want something more or less working consistently. And then we can think how we can, you know, optimize that, or maybe not create a separate threads. But I think threads for a browser are actually fine in here, because you doing an actual work in separate threads, like rendering layout and whatnot. So we'll see how it works. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's pretty poggers. I actually want to make a proper query so we can get a text. There we go. So we've got a text and we've got a window, right? We can't really draw anything on the window, right? So the module window creation is only for creating window and nothing else, believe it or not. To put something on a window, you have to use a separate module, which is called, I believe, Simp, right? So you probably have to use Simp. And Simp, it's sort of like a ray leap, but that comes with the standard library of Jai. So that's what it is. We can take a look at the examples and stuff like that. Right, so there's a multiple windows. We don't really want to have multiple windows. So render to texture is an interesting example. So let's take a look at it. Render to texture. So it does compile, and now I can try to do render to, yeah, there we go. So this is the kind of shit you can do with Simp, which is kind of cool, honestly, by itself. So you can, this is probably shaders. I swear to God, this must be shaders or something. Kind of simped up, yeah. So, and it's moving around, and it's kind of perfect for what we want to have in here. So multiple windows, let's actually compile multiple windows. It's kind of interesting. So what's up with that? Multiple windows. All right, so multiple window. Okay, hello Sailor, and Simp as well. So as you can see, it can render text, which is kind of perfect for us. And again, all of that stuff is cross-platform, right? So these things should work on Windows, it works on Linux, as you can see, and it also should work on Mac OS, right? So we're going to be building our browser based on this kind of technology, hopefully. So render to texture. So let's actually take a look at what we have in here. So as you can see, it created a window with the window creation, and then you have to set a render target, right? So you have to take your window that you created, and with the Simp function set render target, and everything you render with the Simp is going to be rendered into that function. Right, so we also get the dimension for the window and stuff like that. Anyway, so let's actually go ahead and start maybe adding things, right? So we're going to start with importing Simp. Right, so there we go, we have Simp. And Simp, if I understand correctly, kind of designed to be namespaced, right? So essentially, if you do import in Jai, all of the names within the module are imported in your current namespace. If you want that to happen, you can prefix it like that, and now each individual name with that import is going to have a prefix simp dot. Right, it's not like in modern languages like Rust or anything, like everything is automatically prefixed. No, everything by default is unprefixed and imported. And if you don't want that, you explicitly say, okay, put a namespace around that, which is kind of what you want to do in the majority of the cases, funnily enough, right? So it's not the other way around, right? So it's usually you start very simple, and this namespacing kind of gets in your way, and you only want to have namespacing when things become too complex, right? So you start with we start with a simple situation, and you like import everything, and then as complexity grows, you start protecting yourself from that complexity. I think it makes more sense, to be fair. I think it makes more sense. Started simple, exactly, my friend. All right. So we need to do set target, set render target. So that's what we have to do. Let's set the render target. So we created a window, then we set the render target, and then we set the clear target, right? So I suppose this is just basically the color of the background of the window. And after that, I think, yeah, so we already update window events. This is what we do. Then we're trying to handle window resizes, right? So window resizes, for whatever reason, are separate events, right? So events that happen in this frame, they do not contain window resizes for whatever reason. So Simp will do nothing if it doesn't care about this window. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but I think this is something that we probably want to handle in here, right? So for all of the window resizes, we want to, you know, update the window for like for Simp, right? So we want to maybe notify Simp about all of these updates. But anyway, so here's this stuff, and then we're drawing one single frame. What do we do in a... Yeah, so we set render target... Oh, this is kind of funny. Right, so you set render target in the beginning as well? So that means you probably don't even have to do that at the beginning of the program. You can literally do that each frame every time you're about to render something. So that's essentially you can do, right? So you do that and you draw a bunch of things in here as usual, and then you just swap the buffers. And that's about it, I think. I think that's literally it. We can just give it a try. So I'm going to try to compile the whole thing. Where's the Voronoi? Okay, so yeah, so we don't have to prefix anything in here because we're literally importing input in here as is, so we don't have to prefix. Like, to be fair, we can actually do some prefixing. So this is the window. So this is another the window. All right, so now let's try to, yeah, there we go. So that created a window, and I actually cleaned it with a particular color. To be fair, some of the majority of the Simp examples are a little bit overcomplicated, right? So because just to create a window and with a particular background, you only need that, right? So you create a window, then you set render target to that window, then you set, you know, clear target, and there you go, you get a window rendering and stuff like that. The frame rate, so something with the frame rate. Oh, okay, so whatever. I thought maybe something with the frame rate. But everything seems to be fine. All right. The real question now, how do you render the text? But maybe before rendering the text, I would like to put like a grayish background. So a person like this kind of background, right? So I'm gonna just like grab this entire thing and I'm gonna put it like that. There we go. So it's going to be the same background as with Emacs that I have. Yeah, there you go. As you can see now, it has literally the same background as my text editor. It's literally the same color. I kind of like this color. So, and that color, as you probably know, is just 80, 80, 80. Right, that's what it is. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, like, I just need to render the text that I got from the response. So right now, the function that makes a query, it prints the response to the standard output. I think what I need to do in here, maybe I need to get the response as the text, as a string. So we can put the stuff in here. Right, so make a Gemini query. Yeah, so just make Gemini query. Right, and it's going to return you response or not okay, right, whether it succeeded or not. So then here, when we receive this entire thing, okay, so we're reading that into the buffer and we instantly printing it. So we already kind of have a string buffer. I think instead of writing this entire thing, we should actually append that buffer into SB. So we can do something like append. And string builder is actually kind of similar to a string builder from Go. If you ever programmed in Go, you can check out Go doc strings. I think this one, and there is a string builder or some. I think, yeah. So there's just this builder. So it's kind of similar to that. So it allows you just like append a bunch of things, and then you can get a final string out of that. So it's a more efficient way of doing things than concatenate it and whatnot. Right, so where's my Voronoi? Voronoi, what, did I lose everything? Yeah, there we go. So we already have this thing, so we are appending the stuff that we read in here. So it's going to be buffer date, data, and then n, right, like this. So, and we don't actually print it to the standard output. We just basically keep appending things, and after that, what we have to do when we successfully did all of these things, we have to return SB. What's the operation to turn the string buffer into into the thing. So builder to string. So that's what it is. We just do builder to string like this, builder to string. And that should be it. So that probably created a bunch of errors, right? So because we changed the signature of this function, so we have to do now, we have to go to the compilation errors and whatnot. So yeah, this one, I suppose every time we need to return false, we're going to be returning like an empty string. I think it kind of makes sense, right? It's sort of like a default thing that you want to have in here. Let's go through all of these things, right? It's going to be empty strings. There we go. So, and now, right, so we return true. Well, I mean, this one has to be something like this. There we go. So we don't have end print. So now here, what we get is a response or OK. Response or OK. So, and if it's not OK, we are going to exit. And if it is OK, we're supposed to use response. We're supposed to put that response on the screen. Right, we're going to put that response on the screen. And as far as I know, Simp does have some ways to print the text. And we actually saw that in examples like multiple windows. So there was a text Simp, there you go. So the way you do that is that you prepare text, right? So with a specific font. Then you figure out where you want to put it, and then you draw a prepared text. I don't really know how it works with new lines, honestly. We're going to actually figure it out. So, but first of all, we need to create a window font. How do you create it? So it's a Simp dynamic font. Okay, so let's actually steal this entire thing to our source code, right? On top of having a window, we also have a Simp dynamic font. And the question is, how do you even load a font in here? So you can work with fonts, as you can see, in this language, and it's part of the sort of like a standard library. So here we're, yeah, so there's an init font. Ooh. There is a little bit of an asset management going on in here, right? So we're checking the working directory set, which is okay, so this is a global variable that checks whether the working directory is set. We get the path of the running executable, and we strip the file name and we set that as a working directory. This is kind of based, honestly. This is probably something that we want to do at the beginning of our program, right? So essentially, this ensures that the current working directory is going to be the directory of the executable regardless of from where you run it. So that way you can actually like put the resources in the same folder as the executable and run it from everywhere. So this is a usual trick that game developers do, right? So to make sure that it always reads the resources from the correct place. So this is something that we should probably do as well. So, and after that, after we set this entire thing, we use the Simp function to get a font at a particular pixel size, right? So, and I suppose, depending on the size of the window, we need to sort of like reload the font. It uses, by the way, old dereferencing syntax. So it still works apparently, right? So apparently it still works. I don't have path plus name separate. Okay, whatever. I think it's a cool idea. So let's actually try to maybe do that. At the beginning of the whole thing, right? So at the beginning of the whole thing, I'm going to just, you know, get the path of the running executable and set the current path and set the working directory. I think that's kind of cool, actually. So maybe we can even print like this, the currently running executable. I think it's kind of interesting. Right, so this is the path, and I'm going to recompile this entire thing, and I'm going to just run it just to see if it works. Yeah, that I did a little bit of a fucky-wacky, put exclamation mark in the wrong place. Okay, so I also forgot to put a new line in here. All right, so that seems to be, yeah, so here is basically the path, right? So I'm going to be setting the working directory to that. Extremely based way of doing things. So I think I got the subs, and I didn't acknowledge them. So I already said no SQD, thank you for gifting subs. Call me Pixelman, thank you so much for Twitch Prime. And all laughing, thank you so much for tier 1 subscription. Thank you. All right. So, and in here, and thank you so much, Lord Sosikus, for Twitch Prime. Thank you. All right. So we need to grab a font somewhere, right? So what kind of font are we going to be using? We can be using the same font that I use in Visualizer. So I kind of like this font. If we take a look at the resources, fonts, I use Allegria. So let me try to run Visualizer, and you will see how this font looks like. So this is how the font looks like. Is that a good font? I think it's kind of good, right? So especially for the browser, for the cool browser, I kind of like this font. So I'm gonna be using it. Right. So at least for now, we can always change it, right? So we can always change it. So let me see. That's the font. We can also use Iosefka, but I don't know. So Sodin Voronoi. So here we have resources, and I'm going to just move all of these fonts in here. There we go. Now, with the Simp multiple window, how do we load a font? We loading a font using this specific function. So I'm thinking I'm gonna load the font in here after creating a window and stuff like that. So I can probably literally just do something like this, right? So pixel height, I'm going to use for now Windows height, right? So this is the Windows height that we have in here, and let's call it just a font, right? And we make sure that this font is not equal to null, right? And we get a font. We literally got a font. So after that, where is the Simp? We want to prepare the text that we got like this. So prepare the text with the font, and this is the response that we got in here. And after that, so we're just placing it somewhere based on its width and whatnot. But I think I'm gonna just like place it at 0, 0. Right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and place it at 0, 0. They're using a color, right? But for color, we can put 0 in here. So timed hue. So it's a vector 4. All right, so let's actually use the color, which is 1111. Right, so that's the color. This is the font, and this is going to be 0, 0. We just want to see some text. Right, so my hypothesis is that drawing text literally doesn't work with multi-line text. Right, so we get here a multi-line text. And it probably only gonna draw like a single line. So one of the things we'll probably have to do as we render things around is to literally parse the output of the response and then render each individual line, right? So that's what we'll have to do. That's my hypothesis. So let's actually check if that hypothesis is correct. Okay, so we have to provide the URL. Let's quickly do that. So let's fucking go. Okay, so we got a stack trace. So yeah, we didn't load correctly the font, right? So the path to the font was actually incorrect. The path to the font was actually incorrect. So let's actually weed out all of the weird people for now. So I'm gonna put subscription mode for like maybe half of an hour until all of these people get bored and leave the chat, and then we can unsub again. All right, so let's go ahead and load the proper font. So this is going to be a resource, right? So, and let's put the stuff in here. All right, so this is going to be like that. So hopefully that will load Allegria correctly. Let's fucking go. All right. Okay, we've got some text, chat. That's a huge ass text. So I suppose maybe one of the things we need to do in here is to tune it down. Big data, yes, machine learning, big data. Windows height. So let's actually put something like a 48, right? So I don't think doing it like whatever I did in here is a good idea. So let's actually try to do that one more time. Okay. Oh. That's very interesting. Okay, so first of all, it uses this sort of like coordinate system, right? That doesn't put things in the left top corner. And I think because of that, Simp some time ago introduced a notion of left-handed coordinates or something like that. I kind of vaguely remember that. So in a Simp, let's actually take a look at the examples. And so there is the example. On top of the render to texture, there is just thing called example. I never realized that. Gi Linux, right? So let's actually do this kind of stuff. Right, so it's gonna be example. Yeah, so this is actually kind of cool. Oh, it's the famous cup. Look at that. It's the famous cup that humanity forgot how to make. Holy scheisse. All right, so this is the thing, and I think left, yeah. So you set render target and you can set left-handed. So let's actually try to set left-handed in here as well, like this, right? So I'm gonna try to recompile. This is not what I wanted to recompile. Voronoi, and let's fucking go. It makes a query and it puts it at the top, as you can see. So it puts it at the top. But you cannot see the text or anything like that because it renders the bottom line like at 0. So it renders the text above the baseline. So we have to like put it down by the size of the font, I suppose. Right, so what's the size of the font? The size of the font is 48. So let's actually do font size. So this is going to be that font size. And then we can place this entire thing at the font size, right? So that's how we're going to be doing all of that. So Voronoi, let me grab this thing like so. So then I can compile and instantly run the whole thing. There we go. So as you can see, we got that. And we probably want to redirect it automatically. So here's the problem. Here's the actual problem that we have. It does not respect new lines whatsoever. It doesn't care about the new lines. It renders things as is, which means that what we have to do, we have to literally parse all of that stuff manually, right? So we have to split by lines and so on and so forth, and then just like place them accordingly, which is not that hard, honestly. Which is not that hard. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is the next step. To be fair, we already kind of achieved the goal of today's stream. I wanted to create a window and put the text of the response onto the window. I did that. It looks like shit, but making it good was not part of today's topic. So that's the thing. Right, so you have to be careful with like how you set your goals, right? So you start slow, right? So you start with the simple things. You solve a simpler problem. Create a window, put the text of the response onto the window. Done. Looks like shit. That's a separate problem. That was never part of the original problem. Let's continue. So, how can we split shit? So this is a very interesting question. So we already did things. We already used split. Yeah, so you can do split from the left. But in fact, you can just split everything as far as I know. So if you take a look at the string module, so there is just a function split, which accepts a separator, and separator is sort of like abstract type. I suppose it can be either a string or it can be either a character or something like that, so it doesn't really care. Does it distinguishes the type? Does it distinguish the type of the separator? That's a good question. So split from left, and it's actually bytes. That's very interesting. So if you try to put something there that is not any of the overloaded versions of this thing, it's not going to compile. Kind of interesting language, to be fair. Kind of interesting language. But anyway. So, I'm running out of breath for whatever reason. I don't know why. But let's go ahead and just split the response. All right, so we got the response. And I suppose the response is basically separated by /r/ends, I think. It depends on the specification of the protocol, I think. So hypertext format. So CRLF, right. So Gemini text is specified here in its so-called canonical form, and since text Gemini is a subtype of MIME text, line breaks are therefore represented by the sequence CRLF. Okay, so regardless of the platform, so the separation, the lines are separated by like a Windows separator. So it's basically /r/n. So this is how we're going to be treating all of that. And that gives us the lines. and we can go ahead and iterate those lines. So we're iterating all of these lines. And what we're rendering in here, we're not rendering response, we're rendering lines, right? So here is the line. And by the way, so split probably allocates stuff in a memory, right? It definitely allocates things in a memory, so it uses add array. So one of the things we can say, okay, split, but put that into the temporary allocator, right? Allocator, like this. Or I suppose I have to put equals or something like that. And then at the end of a single iteration, we can clean up the temporary allocator. So I think it's something like a reset temporary storage. Oh, we can also put a little bit of like a sleep in here so it doesn't busy loop. I think it's a good idea generally. All right, so we're splitting things up and it puts it into memory allocator, temporary allocator, and then on the next iteration we can do that over and over again without leaking any memory, which is good. Which is perfect in our case. But to be fair, maybe we have to kind of split it once, right? So yeah, it would be nice to just split it once and never again, but yeah, so we can we can improve it later. So as we render things, right? As we render things, I think we need to keep track of the text Y, right? So and the text Y should probably start from the font size. Here it is. So here's our text Y. And as we render one single line, we have to add font size, right? And so we're basically going to be drawing from top to bottom, essentially. All right, let's go ahead and just like try to do that. And it kind of worked, but it didn't split anything. It split only one thing. So for the rest of the things, it didn't do anything, which is kind of weird. So let's actually basically split this entire thing once. All right. So this is going to be response lines, right? And after getting the response, so we got a response, we do response lines and we put it in here. And since it's going to be preserved between iteration, let's actually allocate it on the heap, right? So this is going to be response lines. I'm surprised that it just split only one thing. Is there like a way to split the entirety? So split. I remember there was like a way to do that. At all occurrences, which makes me believe that maybe it has to be /n. Right. So something is really weird going on in here. Yeah, so I thought it uses /r/n for everything, but that's not the case apparently. That is not the case. Okay, so look at that. Seems to be working. So there's also these dots in here, which I presume non-breakable spaces, because sometimes they do exist in here, sometimes they don't exist in here, but overall, look at that. So this is a simple GUI Gemini browser. I think CRLF is just for the protocol. Yeah, it's probably for the separation of this response line and the rest of the content. The rest of the stuff is like however you want, I suppose. Yeah, so that works, right? So then you can close this window and just like make another query. So that's actually kind of cool. We can also introduce maybe some sort of a padding in here. So here's the font size. How is it called? Like a line width or line height or padding? I don't know, like a line padding. Initially, maybe we're gonna say it's gonna be 10 pixels, and right, it's always going to be like a line padding. So plus line padding. And yeah, there we go. So that looks a little bit better, right? So a little bit of a padding between like these two things. And on top of that, maybe we can even do X, which is going to be essentially that, just that line padding. Right, so this is going to be text X. But ideally, I would like to maybe yeah, so there's a little bit of padding in here. Ideally, maybe I would like to, you know, center this entire thing somehow. Just center this entire thing. I think that would be good. Yeah, and also it would be nice to get rid of this line. It's literally part of the response of the Gemini server. So I think instead of returning just the response, right, returning just the response, we have to return like a structure, Gemini response, right? So Gemini response, which is going to contain the status code, the body, and so on and so forth. I think that makes sense, right? So, but I'm not really sure what exactly is with the Gemini response. So we can take a look at the specification, right? And then, so the renderer can simply just ignore the status line and render only the body. So this is the request, it's just a URL, and is that a response? Okay, responses. Reply is an input, either input, success, redirect, out, or whatever. Doesn't really tell me. I don't really know what the fuck is that. So, it's input 1 digit, prompt 2 digit. That's very interesting. So it's digit 1 and then the kind of input. So then success and the kind of input. And the MIME type. That's very interesting. So I need to actually read what those digits mean. Gemini response, what is this? LLM response? No, it is not. So in here we can have a body, which is going to be like a string. It's going to be like a string. And in the majority of the situations, I suppose, yeah. I'm just thinking how we're gonna approach that. But maybe for now I have to ignore that. To be fair, I want to make a small break. All right, so I want to think about my next sort of move with the development of this browser. So what exactly we're going to do in here, make a cup of tea, and then we're going to continue developing this entire thing. So far so good. So far we achieved what we wanted to do, right? So we managed to make a query. Right, so receive the text, create a window, and put the text of the response onto the window. And this is a GUI. That's already something, right? So that's already something. The only thing we need to do in here is to keep refining the whole thing until it looks like a usable browser, right? So, but the core of the idea is already there, right? So it only needs a refinement. All right, so let's make some break. And all right, so I've got an idea. Let's not mess around with the responses and some other shit. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Let's actually make the page fucking interactable, because that's what the browser is all about, being able to fucking interact with shit. So what I want to do, I want to make the links clickable, right? So right now, if I try to just like open it up, all of these things that start with an arrow, they are links. As we parse, as we render things around, we can actually quite easily detect that these are links. And when you click on them, you can grab its text, parse it, and make another query, which is rather easy. In fact, I can try to detect the links right now, right? So I have a line, and I can quite easily do begins, I think, yeah, begin with, right? So I can say, does it begin with that? If it does begin with that, I can literally use a different color. So I can put the stuff in here. If it does begin with this thing, just use the red color. And the red is going to be 100. Otherwise, use the white color. I'm going to rebuild the whole thing and I'm going to restart it. So begins with doesn't really work that easily. I wonder why. Is that because I have to put a semicolon here or something like that? So what do you want from me? So here we need a constant type, but we got an expression type Boolean. So yeah, so do I have to do then? I feel like I have to do then. Is that what you want from me? And then I don't have to put semicolon in here. Are you fine with me? I don't fucking understand what you want, motherfucker. I want to just create a caller. Shut the fuck up. Right, so if line begins with that, then return that, and then return that. How hard is it to do? Bro, fuck you. Why is it so hard? Like, how do you do fx? Can anybody fucking tell me? So stupid. Okay, if begins with that, then caller that. Like, why is it all of a sudden so hard to do that? Like, did I miss something here? I don't fucking know. Right, I wanted to just like use the if as expression. Is it working? Oh, it can't decide that this is a vector 4, right? So it can't figure out that this is a vector 4. Undeclared identifier vector 4. This is because it has to be math. Right, so yeah, look at that. We detected all of the links. We detected all of the links. That's how easy and simple it is. That's kind of the whole point of Gemini. Right, so this is not a link. This is a link. Look at that shit. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty freaking cool. Right. So, and in fact, since it's standardized, we can detect all sorts of things. We can detect headers of different nestiness and so on and so forth. Right. So we can quickly do that. Right. So it begins with that. If it begins with something else, for example, if it begins with this, we can use the color that is blue. Right, so we can just set a blue color in here. So that's the high level header 1. It's actually green, but whatever. so if it's like even more nested than that, yeah, so this is going to be blue in this case. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So we'll already have a different highlighting like for different kind of elements in the document, right? So that's how easy and simple all of that shit is. That's super cool in my opinion. That's super cool. But anyway, so I kind of care only about the links right now. And to be able to work with the links, I need to know the current position of the mouse, right? I need to know the current position of the mouse, and let me see how easy or difficult it is to get the current position of the mouse. I think it was something like mouse cursor or something like that in the, yeah, mouse position, yeah. Get current mouse position. So get maybe current, position. Can't really easily find that. Can't really easily find it. So there's a little bit of a problem with the simp specifically, or maybe even with the input. So maybe grep mouse. Maybe, you know, case in. Oh, that's a lot. This is not what I want to do in here. This is not what I want to do in here. That's for sure. So there's a mouse X and mouse Y. UI context, and this is a part of X11. So mouse X, where do I set this entire thing? When a toolkit update event, we set different mouse X and mouse Y. I don't think how useful, not sure how useful all of that stuff is. Right, but I vaguely remember for some reason, finding the absolute position of the mouse within Jai is kind of an unsolved computer science problem. Jai haven't managed to solve that yet at all. Right, so we can take a look at the events this frame. Events this frame. So, and I think this thing is, yeah, it's an huh? Am I going crazy? Why there's only one thing that is... John, I swear to God, if you just escaped one of these things... Oh no. He probably escaped one of these things. Oh no. This is some of the things that I hate about Jai. So... I'm not sure. So... get mouse pointer position. Yeah, get mouse pointer position, but I wanted to find the definition of this thing. It should be constant. Yeah. So probably something like this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm totally, everything's fine. Okay, so this is now that. All right. So this is probably a structure, and I can't. Too many things. So can I say that this is at the beginning? Yeah, finally, I finally found it. Okay. There is As far as I know, something about mouse. Ah, it's not even, yeah, it's not even part of that. You can only know deltas or something like that. You can only know deltas, but there's also this function, get mouse pointer position, and it's said to be kind of slow. I kind of vaguely remember that this specific function was kind of slow. We can take a look at that. Yeah, so X query pointer is a round trip to the X server, which means this could be very slow. Which is like, is that what we want to do? Right, it may be more desirable to update the global mouse state by capturing mouse events in here, like by basically capturing the mouse state with as we handle events. Right, so it's a little bit annoying. It's just like, yeah, and the game that John develops, he develops it primarily for Windows, so he doesn't give a shit about Linux and stuff like that, so it's kind of like, eh. And on top of that, it's a display, right? So I have to have a pointer for the... Oh, I don't have to have a pointer for the display. I can just provide the windows in here. All right. So, yeah, it's a bit annoying, honestly. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. And it can also fail for whatever freaking reason, because we do a round trip to the, you know, to the X server and stuff like that. So, but maybe for now, we shouldn't care about the performance or anything like that, and just like use that, and then maybe later it's gonna get fixed and be faster. Right, so I don't really know. It's kind of annoying that I have to do this kind of stuff. Anyways, so at the beginning of the frame, I can try to get the mouse position, right? So I'm getting X and Y, right? So here is the X and Y. And to indicate that I know the mouse position, I think it makes sense for me to maybe draw, you know, some sort of like a square on the screen at the mouse position. Right, so some sort of square. So simp, right, so immediate quad, right? So where is the immediate quad? So this is one thing we do in here, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So this one, why did you go here? So this is going to be mouse X, mouse Y. So this is a simp immediate quad, mouse X. All right, so we're going to remove that. Mouse Y, I'm going to remove that. So let's just, I don't know, have something like a cursor size, which is going to be 10 pixels. So it's going to be 10 pixels. We're going to grab the whole thing in here, just put it in here, plus cursor size, plus, can you see what I'm doing in here? I think that my camera is too high right now. So this is a cursor size. So, and let's set the color to red. Right, so set the color to red. It has to be something like that. Okay, cool. So let's recompile and run the whole... Where is the Voronoi? Okay, let's fucking go. So what you don't like in here? It didn't like that... Yeah, so all of that stuff has to be floats, apparently. Okay, can we just cast that to float? We can try to cast that to float. Is that going to be enough for you? I wonder. Just cast... Okay, so that was all right. And you can see the square. Okay, can you see it? Can you actually see it? It's kind of lagging a little bit, probably because it's slow. Right, so... Okay, so maybe we want to make it like 100 in here. Yeah, there we go. So here is the square. Here is the square, so we know the position of the mouse. We can maybe even offset the whole thing. So essentially minus cursor size half of this entire stuff. Can I just do something like that? Maybe minus cursor size half of that. And here we do plus, yeah, plus full cursor size actually. Plus full thing in here, and here we're gonna just have a color, like so. There we go. So as you can see, ooh, this one is interesting. So why is it like that? That's bizarre. What the fuck? It's not perfectly centered. Why is it not perfectly centered? Am I... What? We can, maybe this is because of the casting or something like that. So what the fuck is going on? Ah, it's probably an absolute position, by the way. Yeah, it's probably an absolute position. So, yeah, I keep forgetting about that. So I have to do it like that. Yeah, that explains it. It was the absolute position. So that's perfect now. That's actually perfect. All right, that's cool. That's cool. So we don't really need that anymore. We can keep it just for the debug purposes, but we don't really need that anymore. Okay, so now we know the mouse position, and we know the text position, text X and text Y, and we know the font size, more like a font height. And we can easily detect if we are at the right position, so to speak. So let me see. If we are currently rendering a link, we're currently rendering a link, and mouse Y is between, I suppose, text Y minus font size, right? So it's less or equal minus font size, and it's less or equal to text Y, right? So because the position text Y is the position of the baseline, and we're rendering above the baseline. So that means to check that the mouse Y is within that range, we have to take the baseline, subtract the full height, and check that specific range, right? So if that is true as well, we're setting color to red. And that's how we're detecting that we're hovering over a link. We don't take into account text width, even though we actually could take into account the text width. It's not that hard, but we're not doing it right now, so we're only looking at the height. Right, so we're only looking at the height. All right, so, and here we go. So here's the links. So we hovering over the links and stuff like that, so we can easily detect all of that stuff. Right, so we can't really scroll or anything, but we can already kind of detect it. So, and then the only thing that is left in here is to detect a click at that specific frame, right? And if it was a click and it was a hit for a link, we have to reload the whole thing. We have to perform a next query, so to speak. Not that hard, actually. Not that hard. All right, I kind of like that. So let's actually maybe remove the whole thing. The problem here, by the way, is that it detects even when I'm like far in here, which is maybe fine, right? So because it's so line oriented, maybe it is fine that we like actually allow you to click in here, and it's still gonna click on the right thing. I think that's totally fine. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with that. Anyways, so how can we detect a click? We need to take a look at the input. Right, it's probably one of the events. It's probably one of the events, and it's a key press. I kind of vaguely remember that it's actually key pressed, and it's key code of some sort. So type. Let's take a look at the event type. So there's a keyboard, text input, mouse wheel. Mouse, yeah, that's a bit annoying because there's a mouse wheel, but there's no mouse click. There's no click in here per se. So I don't fucking know how you detect that. Okay, so there's so a key code, it's a mouse, but really? Wait a second. So if type is equal to keyboard, let's do maybe log keyboard events. All right, so now if I try to run the whole thing in here, okay. The language is unfinished, guys. The language is unfinished, so let's not criticize it too harsh. But more like HID event. Yeah, so it's more like HID event, sure. So, and again, the language is unfinished. The language is unfinished, but on the other hand, it is kind of funny. It's not gonna lie. All right, so there is a key code, right? So it's a type and key code is equal to mouse button left. And what I want to do in here is just actually something like click, right? At the beginning, we do click equal to false. Maybe we can actually make it local, so it's created every time. Right, and as soon as you get this keyboard event and the key is mouse button left, we say that it was clicked, right? So we say that it was clicked. And in here, as we detect that we're hovering over a link and it was clicked, right? It was clicked. One of the things we have to do, we have to perform the next query. We have to perform a query again. All right, so how are we going to be doing all of that? That's a very interesting question. So we just perform the Gemini query yet again. Nothing particularly special. All right, so I'm just doing like that. But we also have to kind of parse the link. That's the thing. We have to parse the link. To parse the link, we need to strip the prefix in here. Let me restart the whole thing. Right, so the prefix, yeah, so we strip in the prefix, then we grab everything up until the space or the end of the line, and that's a link. Right, and we have different kinds of links. We have relative links, we have absolute links, we have links that also start with HTTPS and stuff like that. And Gemini actually allows to use web links, HTTP links. You just have to, the client has to redirect to like browser or something like that. So, and we have to do like different decisions depending on the kind of the link we've got in here. Right, so it still prints keyboard event. Even though I kind of, didn't I recompile? Why does it still say keyboard event? Are you okay? Yeah, okay, I think I forgot to recompile or something. So it says something weird. To enable to find a glyph in a font for UTF character 8. Okay, so I suppose it's something from the inner code of Jai or whatnot. All right. Oh boy, so I need to parse the whole line now somehow, right? So I need to parse the whole line. How am I going to be doing all of that stuff? I probably need to factor out this thing, right? So we have a link prefix. So this is a link prefix. I'm going to put it in here. All right, so now what I can do, so this is a link, and this will start with a line. We're gonna strip off that specific prefix. So I'm gonna do data plus a link prefix count and subtract this thing. Okay, I stripped off the prefix. The next thing I have to do, I have to split from the left. Split from left. Something like this. I take the link and I'm specifically looking for the space, right? I'm specifically looking for the space. And in here, I get the next URL, sort of speak. Honestly, I would like to reassign link to itself in here. So, and in here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna just like print the link that we got. So it's going to be log like that. So that's the link. All right. So let's see if it's going to work. Okay. So I'm clicking that and it didn't detect shit. Bro, what the fuck? I wonder why though. It doesn't detect. Surprisingly. Did I forget something? Did I forget to... Shadowing. Motherfucking shadowing, okay. Alright, so, yeah. So there's procedure. Huh. Okay. So that's a bit bizarre. Wait a second. This is not a space. What is that? Some sort of a dot or whatnot? Yeah, this is not a space. So let's take a look at the Gemini text specification. For the hypertext, white space is any non-zero number of consecutive spaces or tabs. So it could be also tabs. So alright, it's probably tab. We can try to use tab. I mean, it's not the perfect way of doing that, right? So, but I just want to have something working. Yeah. So actually, yeah, it detects release and press. So this is something that I probably have to distinguish from. So release. So touch type. Where is the key pressed? If it's not pressed, it's a key released. So and it not key press. Right. So this is a keyboard. The keyboard code is mouse button and it's not pressed, so that means it is released. We're going to be only doing this kind of stuff on release. All right. So, all right. This is actually perfect. Okay, so is there any way for me to split up until like a space, up until a certain predicate or certain function? So let's actually find out. So how many different splits we have? Split from left and accepts the byte. So split from, so the separator, all of them are just by any. So I wonder what could be the separator. Yeah, either U8 or a string. So, but there is no really... Yeah, looks like there is no predicate way of doing this kind of stuff, unfortunately. By any of the bytes. Okay. So, but let's take a look at the specification in here. So white space, do you specify what is a white space more formally? Is any non-zero number of consecutive spaces or tabs. So that's the only definition of white space they have in the spec. All right, so maybe by any is actually a good idea in here then. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's actually string. So that means I can literally do spaces or tabs. Okay. Let's fucking go. Cool. So we have that, we have that. So we have to be careful with this kind of stuff. So we already have a base URL, right? So the URL with which we kind of, started. And depending on whether this link starts with Gemini or doesn't start with Gemini, we either have to append this thing to the current URL or not. Right, so we have to, yeah, so there should be a little bit of a logic in here. So we can do begins with, right, so Gemini, right, and link begins with that. If it does begin with that, it's super easy. That link is sort of the new URL. We just query the new URL. Cool. So there's also another situation if it begins with HTTPS. All right, so in that case, I suppose we just have to do XDG open or whatnot, right, to open it in a current browser or whatever. Might as well just put it to do. All right, so implement opening web links in the default browser. And here we have relative links. So to do absolute Gemini links, and this is relative Gemini links. So absolute Gemini links are kind of easy. So essentially URL becomes the link, and in here we already initialized everything and stuff like that. and we just perform the new query. All right, so we just perform that new URL, and we reassign responses, lines, and whatnot. So also, if it fails, we just exit right now, which is kind of dumb, right? So to do, we should probably not exit on errors, right? On errors here. But I mean, it can be fixed later. Okay, let's fucking go. All right, so that's cool. And we don't really have any, we don't have any absolute links in here. All of them are relative, right? So none of that is really useful for us. Though we could maybe log some stuff in here. I think logging this stuff is more useful. By the way, here's the thing. Logging is actually redirectable in Jai. So every time I call log, it actually calls to the logger in the context, which means that at any point here, I can redefine the logger and redirect the login to some sort of like a GUI screen or whatnot. So it's not necessarily has to be in a standard output. Maybe we're gonna have a special mode where I press tilde, right, and it shows all of the logs that I log with a log function. Right, so this is the cool thing about Jai, right? So you can redirect login and stuff like that. And it's part of this standard library of Jai as well. Right, so you don't need a login framework or login library or anything like that. FTP, maybe we're gonna support FTP as well at some point. Log4j, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so relative Gemini links are not supported. So what we have to do in here, so I suppose when we get a relative Gemini link, it's more of a, it's basically the same as an absolute one, except we just, you know, add them together. But I think you can concatenate links in Jai. You probably have to use the string builder, or you can do sprint. Is there something like sprint to create a new URL or whatnot? Right, so because I want to create something like that, I want to concatenate them together. Right, so is it sprint? I don't quite remember. So let's see. Is there something like sprint? Yeah, there is. You can actually sprint, and it allocates that in a heap. All right, so, and can I just put them together? I have a feeling if I just put these two dollars like that. So there's a join. Okay. Let me see. So let me just take a look. Yeah, fucking Emacs. Stop asking me questions, stupid Emacs. All right. So thank you so much. This is actually very useful. That's much better. That is a much better. So we can join URL and some other stuff. So we'll get some subs. Let me acknowledge them. So thank you so much, You Mute the God for Twitch Prime. I hope I pronounced your nickname correctly. Numeral 0, thank you so much for Tiavam with the message. Do not judge me, but I thought the title say GUI in jail. Guy in jail. Okay, so I mean, that probably means that you're not a programmer, but that's fine. All right, so thank you so much for the sub. So link. And yeah, so this is basically what we do. We just like join them together and we perform the query yet again. All right, so, and okay, so that's cool. Now I should be able to try to do something like this. And I went to the next page. So we are in the next page, and I can go to FAQ section 1, and it's not found. I wonder why though. Oh yeah, because some of them actually kind of start with dot. So yeah, we have to be really careful with this kind of thing. This guy invented World Wide Web, yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. All right. So doc FAQ. And section 1, and for some reason section 1, did I do that incorrectly? So let me quickly maybe print the URL that we're currently like querying. Log. Maybe, you know, make Gemini query. Make Gemini query. So we're extracting the host and whatnot. Querying URL as URL like this. So also for the string, I suppose join, I think join does allocate stuff on a heap, right? So does it not? I think it does allocate stuff on a heap. So yeah, it's just like alloc. So we have to be a little bit careful with that, I think. Right, so memory leak, right, potential memory leak. Address the memory leak. So let's try to maybe do that, and yep, so we did that, and now yeah, so this one is really interesting because what I'm supposed to do in here, yeah, I'm supposed to actually remove that name, and then append this one. So I need some sort of like a smarter way to work with URLs, right? I need a much smarter way to work with URLs. And I wonder if it's actually, you know, described by the specification how to work with URLs. Right, so URLs. URLs. So specification of the network protocol. URL. Do they refer to any RFC when talking about URL? Intermediate proxy. I don't actually see if they mention any URLs. Path strip file name. This is not what I'm talking about. Do they mention any RFCs? Do they work with URLs in a standardized way? Right. So I'm not asking how do I do the thing, so how it's supposed to be. That's the most important thing in here. So you think it's a gem text spec, right? I mean, I already looked at the gem text spec and I didn't find anything in there. Oh, okay, so finally I found the RFC. Okay, so RFC 39, all right. So in link, line must have a reserved characters and spaces percent encoded as RFC 3986. Okay, so browse, so RFC mode browse. All right, so this is the, so URI, clients present links user, URLs in link must have reserved characters and spaces percent encoded as per RFC 3986. But they don't say that URLs have to be according to 3986. Right. So link lines. So let's actually read about that. All lines beginning with the two characters equals greater or link lines. Link lines allow Gemini text documents to link to other online resources, including other gem text documents. Link lines have the following syntax. Okay, URL, white spaces, user-friendly link name. That's cool. Okay, we know that. Square brackets indicate that the encode content is optional. Okay, so that's totally fine. Oh, yeah, so this is kind of important because one of the things we're doing here, by the way, is just like so we kind of hard-coded this thing. So we have to be careful, right? So the line prefix is actually 2 characters, not 3. URL is a URL which may be absolute or relative. All the following examples are valid links. Okay. The link line must have reserved characters and lines percent encoded. Clients can present links to the user in whatever fashion the client author wishes. However, links must not automatically make any network connections as part of the displaying links. Okay, so that's understandable. That is totally understandable. All right, so right, they have linked to std66 at the bottom of the Gemini text specification. What the fuck is this std66? Is that a spec? I just realized I never heard of std. Oh, what is std? So is that an alternative name for RFCs? Oh, STD is like RFCs, but they're actually standards. Right, so because RFC are request for comments, right, so they are requests for comments, but they're not standards, they're sort of like recommended. But STD, they're internet standards. So yeah, so the status internet. Okay, I never heard about this actually. That's kind of funny. I always thought about all of the internet standards being as RFCs and kind of optional, and we are as a global community just decided that we're gonna just use them, but I didn't know that it's just like there is a standard status for this kind of things. That's very interesting. 3986, and 3986 is the thing that we actually, you know, open up in here. Can this be only internet standard RFC? I don't know, there is at least 66 of them. Right. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. So, and there's a lot of things you can do in here. I wonder if Jai has anything to work with the URIs, just in the modules. Probably not. I actually kind of doubt that. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe there is something. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, I doubt that. I doubt that there is anything, right? So because it's sort of like a system language. Yeah. To be fair, I feel like we kind of achieved the goal of today's stream, right? So being able to, you know, make a query, then take the response, open up a window, and display that on the window. And we even made some of the links interactable, right? So they're not perfect, right? So, but they work nonetheless. Just a second. So let's actually take a look at what we got today. Yeah, so you can actually go to FAQ, for instance, that makes a query and it actually opens a new thing in here. And all of that interactable, right? It's not perfect, but you can continue refining this entire thing and eventually get some pretty decent browser. So yeah, that's exactly what I want you to do today. Right, and it wasn't that hard in Jai, right? So Jai has all of the necessary parts to make like a graphical interactive applications. Also, it's a little bit slow, especially if I go into the FAQ, right? It feels a little bit slowish and sluggish, right? Especially, yeah. Can you see that? There's a little bit of a delay. So I'll probably need to spend some time addressing that as well. Right. So a few more iterations and you have WebKit. Yeah. But unlike WebKit, I'm not really bound by like very complicated old standards and specifications and stuff like that. The only specs I have to implement are Gemini specs. And they're actually very simple and very lightweight. In its current version, it has a speed of WebKit. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Might as well actually make a commit. So let's do a commit in its current state. So we have untracked files. Yeah, so here are the resources and some other stuffs. Okay, implement basic GUI window. All right, so I'm going to push that right into the repo. I'm going to push that right into the repo. I have some plans to actually have pretty cool animations in the background. Right, so since it's the browser is called Voronoi, I wanted to render like a slow Voronoi animation in the background using shaders and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that on a separate session. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to reuse this idea that I had with the Voronoi OpenGL, where I used the depth buffer to render Voronoi diagram. I wonder if this thing still works. Let's actually try to clone that. All right, so it's a very old project, but we might adapt this idea. So let's do clone. Okay, so Voronoi OpenGL. Is it going to work? GLFW. I don't have a GLFW apparently, by the way. I just realized that. I don't have a GLW. Well, do I? That's a good question. That's kind of weird. I've been using Raylib, but Raylib actually just statically links GLFW into itself, so that's why it doesn't really need an external GLFW. So, interesting. Yeah, I don't have a GLFW. Look at that. Huh. Never thought about it. So, GLW. Yeah, I literally don't have GLW. Damn. Damn. This guy has no GLFW. Yeah, exactly. Here the BPS query rs GLFW. Okay, so this is the development one. xbps install. Okay, downloading the packages, and that was not that hard actually. That was not that hard. All right, so now I can try to go ahead and build it, and it still builds. Look at it. So when was the last commit to this thing? When was the last? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this thing still compiles. Can your web do that? Can your web do that? I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. So now if I try to do Voronoi OpenGL, so yeah, here's the Voronoi diagram rendered in real time on the GPU. So, and the way it works is that we're using depth buffer to actually decide whether to display a particular pixel of the thing or not. So I'm planning to actually use this animation in the background of the browser while it's loading or something like a trypophobia, trypophobia shader. Something like that, but maybe stylized, right, so we'll see. We don't necessarily have to even show this particular like seeds or anything. I wonder how you show the seeds. So here's a color fragment. Yeah, so we can just like comment out. I think this is how you render the seed. Let's rebuild the whole thing, and if I just open, yeah, so it's less trypophobic, I think now. I'm pretty sure it's less trypophobic. Something like that in the background while the browser is loading, but much slower, would have been kind of cool, right? And less saturated in terms of colors as well. I think we can maybe even like, you know, fix that, maybe make it less fast. So we'll probably have some sort of an array of seeds in here. So there's a seed count, yeah, so here's the seed's velocity. So what do we do with the seed's velocity? So there's a magnitude, and the seed velocity apparently is from 100 to 200. Let's actually make it from 10 to 20, right? So that's pretty good code. Like I haven't looked at that code for 2 years. I already can find myself around. So yeah, it's a good code. That's how we know the code is good. That after 2 years, you can still, yeah. Something like that in the background while things are loading, I think could be actually kind of cool. Look at that. Right, and again, less saturated. I wonder if we can make it less saturated, actually. Right, so here are the colors. We're using a stinky RGB model in here, which is kind of annoying. So it's kind of difficult to make it less saturated. But we could have maybe stolen some stuff from Raylib. Damn Sajing might steal the job for the AI. This can submit pretty good code. Yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, so yeah. So where is the... Let's find something related to HSV. So color from HSV. So this is probably the thing that we need in here. All right. Okay, so is it going to still compile? I think it should be still compilable. So this is going to be built. It is still compilable. So the cool thing about Raylib is just like I can grab some functions and just copy paste it into my project and I can just use them. So yeah. Are you going to make a browser history? Of course. So let me see. But I think cool animation is more important than browser history. It's actually more important. Because it's been proven by history that users are willing to use absolute fucking shit software if it looks cool. So it doesn't matter. Features don't fucking matter. If you can impress normies, normies gonna eat that shit. It doesn't fucking matter. So it has to look good. So history, we're gonna implement it eventually, right? But it's not that important. It's not as important as a cool animation, you know? So, all right, so here what we need to do, we need to, yeah, we just need to create a color. So, and we're gonna have like a very simple saturation. So hue, if I remember correctly, according to this function, is a value from 0 to 360. So we're using degrees in here. So that means here what I have to do is just like a random float. I assume this random float is from 0 to 1. I can actually confirm that. Yeah, it's from 0 to 1. And I multiply it by 360. So saturation, let's actually keep it less saturated, like 10%. And the value, let's take it like 80% or something like that. So and that should give me the color. Right, so this is the color. And this is a color, this is the bytes, right? So it's RGB 32. And if I understand correctly, seed colors are vectors. So that means in here, what I have to do, I have to take the color R. So yeah, color R. And I have to divide it by 255, right? So this is how we're going to be going about that. So R, G, and B. Right. So that way, we're actually generating random hue, but saturation and value stays constant. So that's basically what we have in here. So we have a control over this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's try to do that. And that is too bright. That's for sure. That is too bright. So let's make it less bright. Maybe, so I want it to be kind of grayish. Maybe it has to be around this. It would be also kind of cool if I could, you know, control these two parameters in runtime. So I wonder how I could do that. But maybe I'm going to do that a little bit later. Yeah. What if we're going to keep the hue whatever, then we're going to have the saturation equal to 0, but the random thing that we're going to have is actually value, aka brightness. What if we had, yeah, this one is kind of interesting actually. We could maybe set some sort of a hue. Okay, so we can saturate it a little bit, like a 10% of saturation. And in terms of like a actual hue in here, we can use the something like that. Something like that. And we can maybe even have a less deviation in the saturation, basically like half of this entire thing. Something like that. Right, and like it's not final, but something like that in the background could be actually kind of interesting, maybe even 25% of this entire thing. Right, so because it's supposed to be background, right? It's supposed to be background, so you have something like this in the background. Right, maybe 20% of this. And it has this greenish tint, and you can kind of control this tint. You can maybe make it reddish, right? If your entire design is reddish, so you have a reddish tint. Right, I want to have something like that. Maybe we can have more seeds. So here we have 20 of them, maybe we can have 100 of them. Right, so this could be also the background, like, and maybe even slower. Right, so from 10 to 20, let's make it from maybe 0 to 10. So it's going to be even slower. Right, so the things are loading or displaying the current text, and this is what you have in the background. Imagine like having the Gemini page on this background. So the black is quite distracting. Rise in the floor. Okay, so we can actually, yeah, so I see what you guys mean. We can maybe offset that to that. So we kind of need the inverse lerp. I wonder if we can inverse verb. But maybe we can just do something like that. Is that better? Is that better? Maybe that's better. Maybe we can even do something like this. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. All right, and you have something like that in the background. And the browser that displays that in the background is called Voronoi, and you literally have Voronoi diagram. So I had something like that. Right. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So we got some subs. Let me acknowledge them. Thank you so much, Simantra, for tier 1 subscription with the message. This Gemini stuff is really sweet. Thanks for showing us the way of the future. It's probably not going to be the way of the future, right? But it's kind of a cool thing for nerds to escape to from the noisy internet, right? To be fair, in that sense, it could be a future, right? The more people will try to find ways to escape the modern internet, the more they're going to be interested in things like Gemini, right? So, yeah, because Gemini may provide a way to escape all of that noisy internet. Is there anything interesting in the Gemini space? It's kind of not. I accidentally actually pressed B. I was trying to switch the window in here, I apologize. So the problem with the Gemini space right now is the lack of content, right? So it's the lack of content. So, but maybe we can fix that actually. Maybe we can actually fix that. Maybe if we have like a cool browser, maybe there will be more motivation for people to create content for this thing. Imagine JS replacement for Gemini. This is the original idea that I had, right? So I wanted to embed UXN ROMs into Gemini. That's one of the things I wanted to do. So let me put this chat in here. So UXN, yeah, this one. So it's a small virtual machine. It's a very small virtual machine. And I wanted to be able to actually combine the emulator for that machine and the Gemini browser. So when you open a ROM, it automatically starts executing on your machine and starts like running the application in that ROM. Right. So I decided I wanted to embed that into Lagrange, but that didn't work out that well. So maybe I'm going to add that to my browser, to Voronoi. Like a virtual desktop, maybe something like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. What are we doing? We're working on a Gemini browser, right? So you can always check out today command, right? So we're developing a Voronoi, which is a browser for Gemini, and Gemini is a protocol, right? It's application level client server internet protocol, kind of like HTTP, but simpler. Particular coding style. Yeah, we're doing all of that stuff in a particular coding style. That is in fact true. That is in fact true. We're kind of cool to port that to Jai. Shouldn't be that difficult, right? So the problem here is that it's not entirely in shader, right? I think I actually do like a draw call on each individual cell because I need to layer. Yeah, I need to layer each individual thing on top of each other, but maybe not. Yeah, I think not. Right, so it's kind of bizarre. So we had a mini F, stream dying. Oh fuck, maybe, yeah, so maybe this animation is very difficult to render. we'll need to find a way to actually optimize this animation because I don't think I'm rendering it in a very optimal way. So yeah, this is my first time actually watching one of your streams. Is it true? Oh yeah, so you're actually recently joined. Hello. The application was a little too strong. Yeah, the application was a little too strong. Okay, so I achieved what I wanted to achieve for today. So I created a GUI application, right? And I made a Gemini query and I received the text and I displayed the text in a GUI window. So we can take a look at that one more time, right? So there we go. We created a window, we made a query, and we displayed that text in a window. We can even detect when we hover over the links, and we can click on different links, right? So we can click on docs, right? So we can open docs, and here are the docs. So maybe protocol specification. Here is the protocol specification. We can't really scroll, but I'm going to implement that as a separate feature. So this is what we managed to achieve, and it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks everyone who's watching right now. Really appreciate that. Have a good one, and I see you all on the next recreation programming session with Mr. Azozin. I love you all. Mwah.